Hi, AREAA A-listers. I want to introduce you to Gina Duncan from beautiful Maui, Hawaii. I'm so excited to interview you. She actually has an office in Maui and Oahu, so she's also a two-time A-lister. Congratulations. She's
Thank
also
you.
a past president of the Realtor Association of Maui. She's also part of the board of directors in the Hawaii Association of Realtors. Congratulations and thanks for, doing all that you do with AREAA. So tell me a little bit about you and your family and how you got to Hawaii. Mhm.
Oh, that's a good story. So from small kind kid days, as we say in Hawaii, I just dreamed of coming to Hawaii. Always people say, why don't you go to the Caribbean closer? No, had to be Hawaii. I have a very deep love of Hawaiian culture, and that started from really when I was 5. And so I convinced my husband, we got married on the beach here in Maui, and I convinced him, let's live there. So we did. We moved here in the late 90s. And even before we moved here, I was part of the Hawaiian community in Seattle area and danced hula and participated in Hawaiian language and cultural studies there. So it's just always been in my heart.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you have kids, right?
I do. I have a son, Joseph, who lives in Dallas, Texas, more towards your area. And then I have a stepdaughter, Nicole, who, because of the COVID, we've had the blessing actually. She and her husband and my grandson have been here for quite a bit of this year. And so we're hoping they make that move permanent, but we'll see.
Oh, well, they have a good realtor.
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome. So I know you have a lot of stories, but tell me how you came across ARIA and founded a chapter there in Hawaii. Mhm.
So I actually found AREAA through Facebook back in 20, I guess 12, maybe 2011 even. And I was very impressed by how progressive the organization was, the educational opportunities that they offered. And so I went to a national conference in Vegas. And at that conference, I just was welcomed with open arms. I became a part of the New Jersey chapter, and I was in all of their photos. And I came back just inspired and felt loved and just included. And I just loved just the warmth. And we always say our family, our AREAA family, but really from the moment I went to that conference, I felt like this is my family too. So I came back and I was on the education committee at the Realtors Association of Maui. And I said, hey, Alex, I just went to this conference. We have to start a chapter here. And she said, I just met Alan Okamoto at NAR. We have to start a chapter here. So we did. That was our story, how we actually got the chapter going here. And she was the first president. I was actually the second president. Which is, a little odd, some people might say, but it worked and the chapter is still going strong. Rhonda Ching Day was our third president. Now we have Abe Lee. So we're very proud to keep the Aloha chapter going.
I know. I want to be part of the Aloha chapter.
Adopt you in. It's Hanai. We can Hanai you in. That's what
Yes. I can be cousin, right?
That's
Cousin.
right.
Oh, well, so tell me a little bit about how ARIA has contributed any to your success or networking. Mhm.
Very much so. I feel like I have trusted agents, lenders, resources, not only nationally, but internationally. AREAA Global has done some wonderful things over the years that we really have this big reach and we have resources for all of our members and I rely on those. And so AREAA has contributed having that, network and those resources, but more so, I would say having the AREAA experience and the conferences and the education it is offered, I really contribute, I say that AREAA, is part of what I feel is my success in starting my own company. So I feel that empowered me by being a member of AREAA and working on forming a chapter here and going forward from there. AREAA has been a big part of what I do and how I look at real estate, and it's been a big part of what I do. So I thank you to AREAA.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you have been in the business for a while. So how long have you been in real estate? And tell me a little bit about your company then.
Over 20 years in real estate,
Mhm.
and I started Fine Island Properties back in 2015.
Mhm.
So not too long ago, but after 20 years, I felt like it was time. I felt like I could give back to other people and contribute to their success. So that was my goal. I was looking for a fit with a company that really didn't expect agents to create their own wheel. You know, the wheel's out there. Let's give the agents the tools that they need to succeed and provide services to the agents. So I say we're a VIP brokerage, but we're VIP not only to our clients, but to our agents. That's very important to me.
So do you work by yourself or do you have a big team?
Well, we actually work the whole office, even in Honolulu, we work as a team. So we have 26 agents and we all share our listings with everyone's databases. So we present as a team organization, but I do have agents selling separately. So when we want to partner, we partner. When we don't want to partner, we don't partner. It's very free flowing in how we have our team structure. And so anything I report as far as like A-list is just strictly me flying solo. But I do have a very strong contingent of agents and very experienced agents, many of them brokers, longtime agents. So we definitely rely on each other.
Man. So what did you do before real estate?
Oh, many hats before real estate. Like many of us, I started in the restaurant industry, worked my way up to management, managed 50 employee restaurant, and really enjoyed that. Then I moved out to Seattle and actually experienced my first, well, not my first, actually it's the second turn at, women discrimination. Oh, you can't do that job because you're a woman. We don't hire women managers. So that was interesting. Yeah. So I had that happen several times. And so I went into my second love, which was accounting. And so I worked for a paving company, and I was in charge of 13 divisions in 3 states for their payroll. And when I was there, I got to work on projects for setting up their computer software system, which we didn't even use DOS. We used, I think it was called Pixis, something like that. I'm dating myself really bad here, but yeah, so I did that for many, many years, worked in the accounting field, but I had did a little toe in the real estate back in 1985 and, got out. Interest rates were 14% back then.
Wow.
So I always loved real estate though. So I always followed, I was on realtor.com, whether I was buying or not, I was just on it looking. And so then my husband said, well, I want to start a pharmacy. We did that. We started the first assisted living only pharmacy in Washington State, and we grew that to 100 homes in 3 states in under 5 years. So the accounting background helped with that for certain. Customer service skills from restaurant helped with that. And then after we sold that, moved to Hawaii, we were like, okay, what do you want to do? I just want to relax. I want to live the beach life. How about a little cute coffee shop right there? I'll do that. I was all over the place, but sold that in a year and a half. That was interesting. I could tell stories about that, having a coffee shop on the beach. But real estate then became my full-time focus, passion, and I haven't looked back since then. So that's been over 20 years now.
Man, you've done a lot. I always tell people if you can wait tables, you probably can do any job.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. So, what has made you successful? Can you give us any advice?
I would say being very ethical, first thing, uh, giving a lot of myself and my time to the client, treating the client not just like a deal, but really, I put their welfare in very high regard. People that come to Maui and invest, they're investing, minimally like $500,000. That's $500,000. That might not seem a lot to some people, but I grew up very poor, so I know the value of the dollar, and I just really have it in my heart to put their interest at a very high level. If I wouldn't buy that myself, I won't sell it to them. That's my philosophy. I just really feel that also you need to be as educated as you can in this industry. I have the alphabet soup behind my name, but it's not just that. It's really that pursuit of excellence so that I can learn everything I can to better serve the client.
Yeah, so how did you start your business, especially coming from a different city? How did you start your real estate business?
And that was interesting. Well, I started really like everyone else, not knowing anyone. I did have some, people on Maui that knew who I was and my integrity and so forth. So my first sale on Maui was a referral from a lender who was a friend of mine from Rotary days. We
Nice.
were both on the board of the Rotary here in Maui. So we just start like everyone else, I think, and grow from there.
And how is your market? I would love to know kind of what the price ranges people can buy in Hawaii and Maui. Mhm.
So I always say it's like the tale of two cities. Our luxury is booming. Anything from 1.3 up really is luxury here. Sales of beachfront property used to take a couple years to sell. Now there's $20,000, 26,000 just going. So
Wow.
our luxury market is really taking off. The myth, though, is that everything is luxury here, and that's not true. There's actually very affordable properties.
Mhm.
We have garden style apartments from like 400,000, 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath, a block from the beach. You can't do short-term rental. That's another big myth. People come here and they say, oh, I want to get that condo and do short-term rental. They're very restrictive here for the short-term rental. They, feel like there's not enough housing for local people, so they want not to have every house doing vacation rental and so forth. So they've enacted some pretty stringent laws here in Maui and on Oahu, restricting the Airbnb and so forth. But the median house prices are in the 900,000s. So you might be able to get tract housing like D.R. Horton, that type of homes in 700s, so under the median price. But truthfully, anything with land size of 10,000 square feet or higher, you're looking at $1 million. So that's pretty much the price point for single family home here.
Wow. The price you pay to live in Hawaii.
I
But
know.
sometimes it's worth it.
It is worth it. You don't,
Mhm.
many people don't, do as much, eating out here. You're from the islands, it's a different lifestyle. You actually shop on sale. Even if you have money, you do that kind of thing. So, but it's worth it. The aloha spirit is definitely alive and well, and I'm blessed to live here for sure.
So you mentioned you dance hula. So are you still dancing hula?
Ooh, I am. I
Yeah.
try. I'm a member of the Gracious Ladies group. We say that instead of the old broad group. So we dance hula together every week, and it just really centers you. It keeps you humble and grounded, and keeps me connected to the culture, which I love. and the Hawaiian language, you know, hearing that beautiful language in your ear every week, there's nothing better than that.
Oh, that's so awesome. Well, all the AREAA A-listers, don't forget to apply for AREAA list and send all your referrals to Maui to Gina. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful place. We should all buy a property there.
It truly
Any,
is paradise. Yes.
anything you want to share with the A-list?
I would say that don't miss thinking about Hawaii for your clients. It's only a short 4-hour, 5-hour trip from the West Coast. There's many direct flights now. Hawaiian Airlines just opened up direct flight from Phoenix. So there are ways to get here very quickly, and your clients will love it here. I assure you they will. So don't miss thinking about us when you're thinking about those resort second homes.
Very nice. Thank you so much for your time, Gina. I know you're busy running a brokerage, all your agents. So thank you so much for your time. And shaka to you.
Thank you
Oh,
very much, Lori. I really appreciate all you're doing here for the A-listers, and thank you very much to AREAA.
thank you. Have a good day. Aloha.
Aloha, ahui ho.